What the f is this piece of sh?
Have you been scammed by wanted criminal Cara Liss? Well, so have I. Just look at this poor, horrendous creature. Oh, shh. It's okay. I can fix you.
With the power of...
Clip studio theme. Yeah. Yes, I've taken it upon myself to fix the mistakes of this psychopath and stick back together these 4 monsters into 4 actual Pokemon. But before that, why don't you do the thing? Now, I joke about them being horrifying, but these things are actually peak fun design.
What?
See, they're based on a period of history called
The Bone Wars.
which, as exciting as it sounds, was really just a bunch of scientists arguing how the f dinosaurs work. Well, although, to give them credit, they still do that today. Essentially, the Bone Wars was a ruthless period of fossil hunting, where everybody was cutting corners in order to be the first ones to discover things. Other than paleontologists of the past being less than stellar at their jobs, the main instant that probably inspired the bulk of the fossil designs is when Edward Drinker Cope was in the midst of a bitter-ass rivalry with this guy. Othniel? Othniel? He names their kid Othniel. Edward, in his infinite wisdom, put the head of an Elasmosaurus onto the wrong end of the body. Which, I mean, to be fair, still isn't as bad as this thing. We may let paleontologists get away with it in real life, but god damn it, I'm not gonna let them fuck it up for Pokemon fans as well. And essentially half the work's already done for me. I just need to figure out what creature these are and stick them back together. Now you might think that sounds simple, and it is. For the head, how the hell do you look at these legs and decipher the rest of the body? I'm starting to understand why the paleontologists just stick stuff anywhere. Let's just start with the easy one. The fossilized bird definitely took me the least amount of time because, I don't know if you've noticed, but Zolt is literally just a raptor. Like, this guy is just a raptor, and that is it. And he is electric, and that is it. But since I'm so original, that's exactly what I did! Here he is! Boom! Raptozolt! Boom! Look at this little guy. Don't you just wanna... Raptozolt is the electric type Bolt Pokemon. Raptozolt like to live in large groups and challenge each other to races. The fastest member of any Raptozolt group becomes the leader. Funny thing with the abilities for these guys, each half actually has their own corresponding abilities. The fossilized bird half has static and volt absorb, so I just decided to keep those, and then we can be more creative for the hidden abilities. So I decided to give it speed boost to make it broken. Because who wants boring balance in their fucking Pokemon games? Not me. Side note, I was also going to record the time lapses for these, but I literally forgot to click the button. So here we are. Anyway, next up. Yes, the fossilized fish, everyone's favourite button to click. Mr. Fish is also quite simple in its origin, being based on the DUNKLEVISH, an ancient species of armoured fish. To contrast the unholy design of Dracovish, I made mine a sweet little guy. Meet DUNKLEVISH. There is literally 0 thoughts in its head. It doesn't even have a brain. Nothing. DUNKLEVISH is the water-type jaw Pokemon. While DUNKLEVISH look unassuming, their powerful jaws have enough force to split the seafloor in 2. Some theorists think that groups of DUNKLEVISH are what separated the continents. Obviously a bit embellished, but hey ho, that's life. I decided to keep the ability Strong Jaw because the DUNKLEVISH has the strongest bite of any animal. I also kept water absorbed, but that's not really exciting. For a hidden ability, I think Swift Swim would work quite well because it would match the speed boosting ability I gave Raptozolt. And who doesn't love a little consistency? Before we move on to the next one, let me know which one's your favourite so far. Mine's DUNKLEVISH. Next up. Now, as we move on to the bodies, like I said, it's a lot more difficult to tell, so that's why I've made the executive decision to be canonically right. So here's ARCTOSAUR, the long neck ice-type Pokemon. It's believed that somewhere in the Crown Tundra, a surviving ARCTOSAUR from ancient times still lived. with visitors from all over the world coming to the frigid sea in order to try and spot the dino. Now, as you might have noticed, I'm Scottish.
Scotland forever!
So, I'm quite partial to the plesiosaur interpretation of the fossilized dinosaur. This also goes back to the original false fossil story about the elasmosaur, which, I don't know, kinda looks like a plesiosaur to me. Paleo community, please shout the correct relation at me in the comments. Anyway, for Arctosaur's ability, I decided to keep Slush Rush, which is the hidden ability shared between Arctozolt and Arctovish, as well as give it Ice Body. If I was to give it a new ability, it'd have to be Snow Cloak, because I can't help but make that joke about the Loch Ness Monster being evasive. For our fourth and final evolutionary loser, we're restoring the Drake fossil into Dracosaur, the spiky dragon-type Pokémon. When threatened, Dracosaur can splay their sharp spines along its sides to slice predators like a serrated saw. I'm not sure why, but when I made this, I just had the vision of Dracosaur spinning around like a Beyblade, cutting anything down in its path, which is unendingly funny to me, so I'd like to immortalize that into its lore. Anyway, I couldn't 100% decide between a Stegosaurus and an Iguanodon, so I just kinda mixed the two together. Wait, does that mean I'm becoming like her? No! It can't be true! Quick, cut to the abilities before anybody notices! Ignore that. For the abilities, I'd like to keep Sand Rush as well as Hustle, and give it the addition of Sand Veil. Pretty much to give it the same toolset as Arctosaur. If we wanted to change it up a little bit, we could go with a blade-like ability, such as Sharpness. Honestly, Dracosaur is the one that I'm most unsure about, so let me know if you have any ideas. So there it is, that's all 4 restored and fixed fossils. Now I say fixed, but I actually really like the original fossils, and this whole video was pretty much just a joke. For all the scientists I ragged on, just know that they're actually really smart guys. I'm just trying to keep it comedic. If you like this style of video, I just started uploading again, and I want to put out a lot more. So let me know, share your love, all that stuff. Bye!